What's going on, Jerome's? Happy Monday. And the Minnesota Vikings moved on from star running back Dalvin Cook a couple weeks ago, and everyone and their mom thought that the Miami Dolphins made the most sense. He's from Miami. Dolphins, even though they have a nice stable of running backs, Dalvin would be RB1 in that spot. And also, signing Dalvin would keep him away from the Jets, division rival, keep him away from the Bills, joining his brother, division rival, and potentially joining the Patriots, division rival, and also him into the wide zone scheme that Mike McDaniels preferred. It would make a ton of sense there. But a little bit of a hitch in the giddy up, as ESPN's Jeff Darlington on NFL Live 2 days ago said this, quote, we have nothing urgent right now in terms of Dalvin Cook's decision, because ultimately he still wants to get a little bit closer to training camp to nail this down. One thing I will point out is the Miami Dolphins remain interested. They still have an offer on the table, one though Cook is not willing to accept. I can see him certainly trying to drum up other leverage, but he's still interested in joining the Dolphins, but at this point, again, not willing to commit to the deal they have on the table. And this goes back to reports from a couple of days and weeks ago that Dalvin had multiple offers on the table. But like we said at the time, I mean, Dalvin can take his time because he does have $2 million guaranteed no matter what. If he remains unsigned at the start of the season, that comes from the Vikings, but it will pass on to his new team if he signs a deal more than $2 million, which is likely. But we said that if the demand was so high for Dalvin that teams would just be throwing their money at him right now, he would be signed. Like, if a team was offering him approximately what he was supposed to make with the Vikings this year, which is $10.4 million as his base salary, he would be signed like that. So everything adds up that this is all just agent spin through the national media, jabroni haircuts. This is Dalvin's agents and representatives just being like, yeah, we got an offer on the table, but we're going to wait this out. We're going to sit back and wait. Now, again, under the guise of, well, we're just going to wait until training camp, but they're not getting the offers that they wanted, right? And that's exactly what's happening in this spot, because the Vikings would have had Dalvin back at a lower rate, but he didn't want to take the pay cut and wasn't interested in that. And now he's finding out that the market maybe isn't valuing veteran running backs as highly as they initially thought, especially when you do have Zeke, when you do have Fournette, when you do have Kareem Hunt out there in free agency as well. Now, like we said, I think Dalvin is better than all three of them, but would you rather pay Dalvin 8 or pay Zeke 2? Something like that. And, Dalvin has said, or reportedly from Tom Pelissero, that he's looking for a significant contract. And, I mean, this is only a couple weeks ago. And I felt at the time when the national media jabroni haircuts were puffing out their chests saying that Dalvin's not going to settle for anything less than a significant contract. It's not going to happen if it's less than 4.5. I thought it was very doubtful at the time. The teams just simply are not shelling out for running backs on their second, let alone third contracts. And Dalvin, even though Dalvin still certainly has some tread left on the tire, 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons, did have career low yards per carry last year, but he could still provide a spark. But is he worth a $10 million spark? I don't know, man. I don't know. And SpotRack still estimates his value at 8.7. I would bet the under on that pretty significantly. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually he signs a 1-year, $5 million deal with a couple million in incentives, maybe. But I still think that the Dolphins are the number one team in the market, even with Mostert and my name Jeff, as well as Devin Kane. They got the cap space. They can certainly do that. And it's his hometown team. He's talked very highly about the Dolphins in the media already, so that one makes the most sense. Broncos, maybe. Jets, I mean, I feel like the Jets, especially Breece Hall, is good to go. I feel like that backfield's pretty solid, especially with Izzy Abaconda back there as well, so I don't know. We'll see. But either way, it's pretty damning stuff where everyone knew that even though the reports were that Dalvin had multiple offers on the table, they weren't for a lot. Otherwise, he would have been signed. And this all coming out, the specifics, this is obviously from the agent side going through the NFL media intermediaries and saying that, hey, there's an offer on the table, but we're not accepting that one, and they are trying to leverage this thing, and they're saying the quiet part out loud. So we'll see what happens. I think ultimately Dalvin will sign somewhere, but it won't be a significant contract. We'll just say that. But your thoughts are thoughts. Dalvin reportedly is not willing to accept the current offer that the Dolphins have on the table, per ESPN's Jeff Darlington. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.